This is Manny Vargas. The question is, should Manny Vargas be killed by the Courier or live? In this video, we're going to answer exactly that, with facts, statistics, and most importantly, opinions. So let's kind of go ahead and give a little bit of a background information on Manny Vargas. Manny is one of two people protecting the town of Nipton. Wait, hold on. I'm reading my notes. Novak. It's the middle of the day, but I'm going to make the excuse all YouTubers make. It's 3 a.m., man. I'm sorry. He was formerly a great Khan, and after some incident, decided to join the NCR. We kind of hear about the incident from him, but it's not explicitly told in anywhere, even in the files. I may or may not have delved in the wiki for multiple hours trying to find exactly what this incident is, but he just doesn't tell us. So he has some PTSD, and that's valid. I mean, it is the Mojave. Manny Vargas did great work working with the NCR and was later assigned to the 1st Recon as Boone's spotter, and that's probably why they love each other so much. Manny loved the military life as he was able to protect and serve people. After the Bitter Springs massacre, Manny and Boone decided it was time to leave the NCR and find a new place to live, and that's where we find them, in Novak. As for his context in the game, Manny fits in the early game like many characters we have covered so far. Basically, we've covered all the main characters, the early game characters, and he helps the character, you, learn about the factions, the world, and give some more info on Benny, the checkered-wearing suit, stanky little rat that man is. As for some positive aspects of Manny, narratively, he has some wonderful contributions in my own personal opinion, which is the most important opinion. He helps you, the Courier, the character, learn more about the world and about the cons, as well as, the NCR, but, who cares about the NCR? I'm gonna have some people in chat say, I love the NCR, I always side with them. And then I'm gonna have some people say, yeah, screw the NCR, I'm Legion, yeah, Donaries, brother. Except that's not how they sound. They are like the edgy kids with the trench coats and the, my lady. If I'm wrong, please let me know, any Legionnaire supporters up in this chat. Anyways, let's get, back to the story. As for Manny's character depth, he only has a few dialogue options, but he uses those dialogue options so just efficiently, and I love that about Manny. Let's talk about some player interaction. I really do love how the character, you, the Courier, and Manny interact. He hands out a quest to take care of the ghouls at the RepCon test site. So he isn't just some, lore dump NPC, and I love that. I hate when, an NPC just sits around, you're playing an MMO, and NPC's just like, hey, did you hear about the dragon? I made bread. Adventurers, hello. Did you hear about the dragon? No, man, he's like, pimp chimp walk, and he's like, need something? Oh yeah, Boone? Yeah, that's great. Also, I love killing people. I love killing people. Both in the military and in the raiders. I love that. I love when characters have depth. Let's talk about some meh aspects of Manny. I will say the fact that he's like, hey, I won't tell you about Benny until you do this quest and clear out the ghouls. Like, dude, grow up. I'm just a regular adventurer. I got shot in the head. You can see the bullet wound. There's pus coming out of the bullet wound in my forehead. Just tell me where these people went. You know where they went. The great Khans were with them. Look, okay, go ahead and read Manny's little thing in his pocket. It tells him and shows him, like, oh, hey, buddy, the Khans are like, hey, you're a lot better than what other people say. Don't let those guys get you down. You're a good Khan, and you're always going to be a good Khan. Okay, Manny, you know where they went. You know where they are. Just tell me before I have to go clear out and massacre, whatever his freaking name is, Jason Bright and all the Nightkin in there, just bomb the place. And I'm gonna be honest, the information he gives you is quite literally useful. He's just like, oh yeah, Benny and them walked through here. I got that information at the cost of my sanity. I cannot sleep the same after I experienced the Nightkin. Just watch the previous video and you'll understand why. Now let's talk about a few reasons to let Manny live. Dude has a cool backstory. I'm just gonna keep it straight up with you. He's a bro. He helped out his buddies. They were like, hey, we need somebody to stay, someplace to stay. And he said, you know what? I have an extra couch in my room. I have an extra bed in my room. You got this. You can stay with me. Mwah. He is technically a Khan, so, I don't have any beef with the cons personally, besides the fact that they make a lot of drugs. But, you know, to each their own. They got to survive in the Mojave just like I got to survive out here in the streets of where I live. Last but not least, he has a really cool last name. Like, I don't want to kill a Vargas. That just sounds cool. He's got gas in his name. He's just like me, bro. Gassy. Now let's talk about some reasons to let the NPC maybe not live. He is a con. Maybe you have a problem with the cons. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Like I said, I don't. Maybe you do. Maybe your Courier character playthrough, backstory, role-playing fella is like, I hate the cons. So just blast him to smithereens as soon as he admits he's a con, because people definitely don't change. Another reason is to steal his first recon beret, or Barrett. I think it's Barrett. So you steal his Barrett. And then last but not least, of course, XP. All in all, Manny Vargas is just a cool character that helps his friends. Personally, I normally just help him with the quest and continue on my way. I already know where Benny is, and I already know what I'm gonna do to him. The question is, what do you do to Manny Vargas? Now that you know what I do to Manny Vargas, you're probably wondering what I would do to Jason Bright. And I kind of hinted at that in this video. So check out the video right there. Bye-bye. You're still here?